What's up, guys? Welcome back to. I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. To the Bianconeri Zone for a preview for the Europa League game against Freiburg tomorrow, 9 p.m. my time. So I don't know what time that is for you, but it's a late kickoff, not the early Thursday Europa League kickoff, which is the worst. On top of just playing Europa League, the early kickoffs are even more a pain in the ass. But we're gonna talk about that game, obviously. We're gonna talk about what Allegri said in the presser, and what the game means basically in general. I think everybody is watching the Champions League or did watch the Champions League. No idea if the Milan game finished because it finished. So Milan made it out of the round. So that's all Italian teams making it to the next round of the Champions League, and we are sitting here in the Europa League, and this is basically the first round of the Europa League because the previous one was a qualification round. So that's what we are. On top of that, I see a lot of people being very pessimistic, or like not pessimistic, but not sure can we beat Freiburg. That's an all-time low, and I have the same feeling. So it's not just you. I'm doubtful if we're gonna beat Freiburg tomorrow. Like it is what it is. I think everybody watched that Bayern game against PSG, or like most of the people watch that game. It makes it even more sad, because the difference and quality is off the charts, and you might say Bayern always have a better team. There have been years where we had a better team, or we were very close. We're miles of that team, we are miles to being top to compete. And on top of that, if it's written in the stars, you see Cancelo coming on, giving assists, you see De Ligt playing great on the biggest stage, and it makes it even worse. It makes it even worse because like the De Ligt thing still hurts. When you see him play, we regressed. People try to blame De Ligt, saying he wasn't good. It's okay to sell with a loss. Because on the books, we made a profit. All that bullshit just to agree what the club has been doing, and the club has been dragging the quality of this team down, big time. He's a fantastic player. He's one of the best in his position, and he will be. If you don't regard him now as one of the best, he will be very soon. But his talent is unquestionable, and it got. Not by me, but a lot of people, he's not good enough anyway, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Look at the crap we have, like Anacola crap. Like, look at the players we have now. And we will go over the potential lineup. And the fact that we are scared of Freiburg, or not 100% confident of facing Freiburg, especially because of that back line, is all you need to know. Like, it's all you need to know. The level has been going down. And some are just accepting it, that we are handing out deals to finished, old, declining players instead of focusing on the younger players, the talented players in this squad. Absolutely ridiculous, and that's why I get pissed when the club pushes that passion, capitano, and hard work, absolute bullshit down our throats, and I'm like, okay, but how is that helping us? Like, how is that helping us if a player is showing passion? But when I see him on that pitch, I can see he's bang average. At best. He's an okay player. Like, okay, he shows passion. Good. What do you want me to say? Those Bayern players show passion, but they have quality. That's the most important thing. You need to have quality. It's as simple as that. PSG had no quality. They had a lot of injuries. You look at their bench and you probably don't know half of those guys coming on. The lack of quality, which is crazy because it's PSG, but the bench of Bayern, when you look at that, you're like, oh boy, that Bayern bench will beat the Juve bench, the Juve starting 11. They will beat us. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But the club is obviously at fault, and I'm gonna blame a part on the fans because quite a large part still take everything the club throws at them. No matter what, they will swallow it, walk with it, back the club. They can do whatever they want. They can turn out tomorrow and sell Chiesa, and you will have a large part of the fan base say, "Ah, but he wasn't good anyway, post injury and all those things." That will happen. It's happening with Vlahović. It happened with De Ligt. It happened with Cancelo. We won the swap. We did not win the swap. Like, if you hate football, you won the swap. If you love football, you lost that swap. But whatever. Enough of that. But I needed to bring it up because I will go over the lineup and people will probably be like, "What the hell is this?" It is what it is. And we're playing Freiburg, with all due respect. But yeah, let me read out the few comments first, and then I will go into the prediction, in the preview. Excuse me. Lester is saying, "Riddle me this. Tell me how to become the best young defender in the world. Leave Juve." Yeah, Juve is a graveyard of talent. Yeah, the Lake amazing performance against PSG, and with Juve it was no good. Was the Lake the problem or Allegri? I thought he was good with Juve still. He had shaky moments, but that's because who we are as a team. It's as simple as that. But I thought he was good. Honestly, we should sell Vlahović before we completely ruin him. He will probably ask to leave in the summer. Anyway, because why would he be part of this? If we're being completely honest. But yeah, let's go into the preview because we play Freiburg tomorrow. Big step back if you watch that game, But it is what it is. They're fourth in the league, I think. I said I'm gonna watch a Freiburg game. I was planning to watch the one they played against Leverkusen, but something came up that day in my personal life, so I missed that, and I didn't watch the following one. So I still haven't watched a single minute of Freiburg. It is what it is, I guess. To be honest, I don't think I needed to. Maybe to be more prepared to see or like to know what's coming, it would help. But I will say this. Like the non-game, they're better than Nantes, obviously. No excuses. It's Freiburg. It's Europa League. If you are scared of Freiburg, if you cannot beat Freiburg over 2 legs in the Europa League, then again, what are we doing? Like, it's Freiburg, with all due respect. Like, you just need to beat them. Home and away, you need to win that game. Like, there's no other way around. It is what it is. If you lose that game, if you lose that tie, then how low can you fall? Like, there's no lower point than this, if you're being completely honest. But yeah, Kostic spoke. He didn't say something spectacular. Like, he said the usual, the normal stuff, what you can expect from a player joining there. So I skipped that part because it wasn't really that interesting. But Allegri had a few things to say. He said, "I want to see a positive attitude tomorrow and lay the groundwork for a lead in the return leg. They are unbeaten in the Europa League, basically, and it's important for us to win. In Germany, we must have an advantage, so we have to win, and it won't be easy because they are a very strong and physical team." Now, again, haven't watched. I did read a few things. They are a physical team, apparently. They are well drilled, but the flip side is the moment you get to them, they will kind of crumble in a game. They will. They can keep clean sheets. They can defend very well. But if you break them open and you go at them and you find, how do you want to say that? You find the right moment, the right rhythm, they can crumble. That's what it is. So they will come to the stadium, obviously, tomorrow. And I believe they will sit back. Usually I don't think that of teams. I do believe they will come to the stadium, sit back, and see out their chances because at home they're very strong. I believe they want to go back to Germany with a very good result. And a good result could be only a 1-0 loss or just a draw, obviously. But I believe they will sit back tomorrow. And that's where we are not good. Like, when a team sits back, we struggle to break them down. And we know that, because the way we play, we tend to cross a lot of balls with Kostic. We tend to drive with Chiesa or Di Maria to the box and take a shot off and all those things. That's how we play. Set pieces. That could help, maybe the set pieces thing. But if a team sits back, we kind of struggle. Like, you can look down the list from the start of the season. It's not where we shine as a club, or as a team. So I think that's what Freiburg will do. I think they will come to the stadium and kind of sit back and take their moments like none did. That's what they did. They sat back and they took their shot, their chance, had a bit of luck. After they drew level, excuse me. They had some luck, but they waited, they dug in deep, and again, if they didn't pick up that red card, if it wasn't a pen, who knows? But overall, the quality was just way worse than ours, especially away from home or at their ground, and they crumbled. Freiburg are a better team, so it is what it is. But I do agree. I think we need to build a lead tomorrow. I said that before the non-game. It turned out to not be needed, basically. But if you look at the non-game again, we were a better team. Like on the ball, technically, it was much better. But the goal from Di Maria, the first one, he's not gonna always score those type of goals, and you're not always gonna get a pen and a red card. The game was over within 20 minutes. It was done. It was completely done. So you also need to think about that. I was very positive after that game, but you need to keep in mind how we scored, how that game went. Like it's not a normal. How do you want to say that? It's not our game normally go every week. Like you're not gonna score a worldie every week, get a pen and a red card within 20 minutes. Like that's never gonna happen always. So I need to see more tomorrow, much more, because, like I said, before the non-game, I need at least a 2-goal deficit going into a deficit for them going to Germany. So it needs to be 2. There's no away goal, so it can be 6-4 for all I care. But you need to have a 2-goal cushion. You need to have that tomorrow. That's what I need. And to have that cushion, I believe we need to keep a clean sheet. I said 6-4 just to point out. If it happens, okay. But if we concede, I don't think we're going to score 3. So it needs to be a clean game. It needs to be a clean game, and we will go over the lineup later on. But yeah, I need a 2-goal cushion. Let's move on to, well, the biggest topic. Kosti touched on that, saying, I know Vlahović, he will get good, blah, blah, blah. The usual stuff, yeah. He backs his guy and all those things. Allegri was asked about it because why wouldn't he? Vlahović is not scoring. He's not playing well. He's not doing well. He's not involved that much as he should be. So he was asked about that, obviously. Excuse me. He said... He said, well, I need to address that because I see... I don't know who that name is. It's overrated. Sell him while he is still worth something. Tell me of the many players who have signed with big money who have become stars. Even after leaving Juve, they're not stars. They're just average. Yeah, I'm not going to read that out. I'm sorry. Because I think that's the problem. If you go out there and say the latest average, then we are watching completely different type of sport. It is what it is. I cannot comment on that without saying things probably nobody's gonna like or you're not gonna like. So I'm let it go. Because if you think the latest average, then again, that's your opinion, but our view on football is completely different. Like it is what it is. So not gonna have that discussion. But you talked about Vlahović, like I said, and he said, I'm happy with Vlahović. He's playing good games on a technical level. Well, that's a lie. Like the moment he said that, I looked up because I was watching on my phone. I was at work. I'm like, when I look at it, when he said that, I'm like, oh no. Like he's not playing well on a technical. Like actually, he's playing. He's had disaster games on a technical level, like holding up play, linking up play. Overall, it has been very poor. So when he said that, I'm like, you're just coming up with the generic stuff again because he's not playing well technically. But whatever. He said being a center forward at Juve brings different responsibilities. I agree with that. But he's growing. Strikers are evaluated by goals. They score and maybe technically they play badly. But that's my point. That's our point. You know, strikers are being evaluated on goals. I agree with that. But you cannot say that it doesn't really matter because that was what he was trying to say. But then also conclude they are valued on goals. He needs to score. Like, you paid 70 mil for him and the price was too much. But whatever. We overpaid for Bremer. We overpaid for Chiesa. We overpaid for Locatelli. You're going to overpay for players. Like, it is what it is. Unless you get Pogba on a free, you get Vidal very cheap, and he turns out to be amazing. And all those players, you're going to overpay in today's market. It is what it is. Or you need to get them on a 1-year deal when their contract is expiring, something insane like that. Otherwise, you're going to overpay. Whatever. But Vlahović has talent. He has talent. But he's not playing well. He's down bad. He's not in the games most of the times. At what point are you going to look at what point are we going to look at Allegri? Now, I'm doing it, but at what point are we, because I blame Vlahović for the people who watch the channel. I blame Vlahović for a lot of things. But at some point, it's also on coaching. Like, you need to bring your players in the best position. I don't think he's in the best position because most of the time when I see Vlahović, he's with his back towards goal, trying to struggle to keep hold on to the ball with a player with a defender in his breathing down his neck, trying to link up play, trying to make those runs in the box again. Then the crosses don't come or they come too early, and it's only him in the box most of the time, which is very easy to defend in my opinion. But whatever. I don't know what to say. It's not working. So, at what point is he going to take some of the heat? Vlahović, Allegri, because at some point, you pay, like, you wanted him. You pushed to get that guy. If he's not scoring, then, okay, we need to step back because he's not a bad player. He's not. He's just not a bad player. And I don't want to hear, oh, but Higuain was scoring. We had a great team back then. We were a well-oiled machine. This is not. Like, you can spawn back Higuain when we signed him at 29, 28, 29, I guess. He will struggle in this team. He will. He will struggle. 100% that he will struggle. Because if you look back at those teams with Pjanic, Dybala, we were fluid. We were fluid. Going forward, we are not now. The ball goes to Cuadrado or Kostic. Kostic just puts him in no matter what. He doesn't think, and Cuadrado overthinks. So at one point, it's going fast, and at the other end, it's going in slow motion, basically. That's what I hate the most, when Cuadrado has the ball, and I see runs, but he holds onto the ball way too long. Everybody is static in the box. A position completely set in the box, and then Cuadrado decides, now I'm gonna whip it in, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you needed to do that 10 minutes ago, basically. Two complete opposite. I don't think it's it is Vlahović because he's doing basic things wrong, but in general, I think a lot of it has to do with coaching. That's just my opinion. 3 win for Vlahović in Italy. I don't know. Let me see. Vlahović cannot create goals. He needs a ball to be served on a silver plate for it to happen. That's not true. He doesn't. If you look at him at Fiorentina, it wasn't happen. So whatever. Yeah, but I never said, like, never mind. I'm going to ignore this comment because this is getting out of hand. Because you're placing Di Maria with Vlahović. Chiesa is not even on Di Maria's level. Di Maria is different. Like, that's players you usually don't get. Like, it is what it is. They don't come along very often. Players of the level of Di Maria. Like, it doesn't happen very often. They're not 100 players like that running around in Europe. Like, they're just not. They're rare. So I'm not gonna make that comparison. Vlahović can score 20 goals a season easily because he has a talent for it. It is what it is. He was on that pace at Fiorentina. He was gonna get that, and he's not gonna get that now. Yes, injuries and all those things, but like if you see him play now, the way we play, he's not gonna get it. Like it is what it is. Let me bring up this comment. The problem is they're too predictable. That's my biggest issue. We are super predictable. Easy to defend. Poor Dusan, he can win magic. You know. Chiesa as a star, he's not like. I love Chiesa, but I've seen he's generational. He's not like Chiesa is very good, but he's not generational. Like let's be completely honest here. He's not. You know, he's just not. Vlahović is not bad. He's not even playing that badly. We're just not a good team right now, and everyone suffers. A lot of players are suffering. It's not Vlahović, but Vlahović costs 70 mil. He is the center of your project. He is the main guy up top, and when he's struggling, it will be talked about. You know, but I agree. The entire team is struggling. A lot of players are struggling. It is what it is. I would not take Morata over Dusan because I remember Morata before Dusan came in and he was missing chances left, right, and center. Like he was missing sitters. So that's not an option for me as well. Again, Master G, I'm going to ignore you at this point because you're comparing two different type of players. Yes, Chiesa is a different type of player than Vlahović. That he runs back to defend, I don't care. Like, I don't absolutely care if Chiesa can defend or not because he shouldn't be running back to defend. It is what it is. So that's already, throw that out of the window. And Vlahović starts yelling and gives up on the play. Good. He's having a bad moment. I get it. He's frustrated, as he should be, but he's not coming off for him. It is what it is. It needs to be fixed quickly. It needs to be fixed quickly because I've seen... Again, I will bring it up. De Ligt leaves, and people are saying, "Oh, he's not good anywhere. Bremer is better." Bremer is having so many stinkers this season. I like Bremer, but it's not his season. It's not going well. But you have fans saying, "Oh, he's better than De Ligt." Who cares? We took an L. Danilo comes in for Cancelo. We won the swap. We absolutely not won that swap. That's a big fat L. Are we gonna do the same crap with Vlahović now? When at what point are we gonna sit back and just be realistic and be like we are the problem, we are the issue at this point? Because it's ridiculous, you know, that we are saying, "Oh, these players aren't good anywhere," but you have teams knocking on the door trying to pay premium prices to bring them in, and then go to other teams and have success and play well and develop. It's absolutely ridiculous, but whatever, I guess. Anthony's saying, I think Chiesa is a great talent. The injury did set him back. I do think Chiesa can be unplayable at times. He can be generational. I truly think he can be. Okay, that's your opinion. I don't think he can become generational because for that to be, he needed to be that way earlier in his career, you know, and it's still early in his career, but if you know what I mean, like Mbappe, when you see him play when he came to at the age of 19, you're like, wow, this is completely different. I never had that with Chiesa, but Chiesa is a great player. He is a great player. But yeah, and I agree with that, Master G. We have overrated players. I agree 100% to that. Yeah, Milan are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They have an absolutely horrendous squad. and they are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It is what it is. It's insane. Is it the quarterfinals of the Champions League? Is it? Because to be honest, probably, yeah. It's ridiculous because they have an absolutely horrendous team. Then again, they played a Tottenham side who probably are worse than them, you know. But still, they did. And again, quarterfinals of the Champions League, insane. Napoli are in it. because they're gonna beat Leipzig or Frankfurt at home. Inter, they should make it away to Porto, and Milan are in it. Are they gonna win it? No. Milan, Napoli, who knows? Who knows? They have a better shot than Milan, but they're in it, Milan, and who knows? Maybe Porto makes it out of the group, or I don't know. And you drop Porto, and things can go fast, and you have financially a good season. That's all I can say. Absolutely ridiculous, and we are sitting here worried about playing Freiburg at home. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I will do my prediction later. Messergy, I don't want the Italian team to win it. I will hope every Italian team loses the moment they step on grass in Europe. I don't care about them. They don't care about us. I wish nothing but the worst on those teams. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I still have one more quote before I go into lineups and prediction. And Allegri basically said what we all have been saying. He said it. He said, games are won as a team, but it's normal that Di Maria is an extraordinary player and can make the difference. That's what he added. And he will play tomorrow. We rely heavily on not just Di Maria, but Chiesa, like just in general, players who can make a difference out of nowhere. That's what this team is kind of built on, and we will need another Di Maria masterclass tomorrow. Like that's what we're gonna need to break that game open and to win that game easily. I would say that's what we're gonna need. Let's see if we will manage to do that, because it's a German side. They are very disciplined from what I've read, and going off the stats, they will be very disciplined. We are gonna need Di Maria tomorrow, which is, again, you need your big players, but we're playing Freiburg, and we are looking at, please, Di Maria, step up, show up, make this, a good night, because it's Europa League on a Thursday. If you don't win, because I think everybody remembered that non-result at home, like it's Thursday evening for me, and you just managed to not win a game in Europa League. Like it doesn't get any worse than that. So please show up, Di Maria. Please show up. Now I will go over the lineup. I didn't make a graphic because I only picked up the lineup from Sky Italia. I think it was, right? Was it Sky Italia? It was Sky Italia. Let me see. I wrote it down. Where has it gone? I lost the lineup, but I think I have him in my head. It was Chesney, so he's gonna play. It was Bremer. No, it was Danilo, Gatti, Bremer, or Bremer Gatti, whatever. But Gatti into the team. It was in the Sky Italia predicted lineup. It was Quadrado on the right. It was Kostic. It was Rabiot, Fagioli, Locatelli, Quadrado, Fagioli, Rabiot, Locatelli, Kostic, and Di Maria Vlahović. So the expected lineup, besides Gatti coming in, because Sandro's not 100% fit, Bonucci's not 100% fit, and it's Gatti. Gatti, like most of the time, Gatti plays those games where you're like, ooh, are you going to start him now? But it is what it is, I guess. The big debate is Kostic Chiesa, because I will say this. I think Kostic is having a good moment, so maybe it's harsh to take him out. I like Kostic. When we signed him, I was like, good, until Chiesa is back, and then, rotate, rotate with Chiesa and all those things. I'm fine with that. I think he's a good option, Kostic, because I know who he is. He will get you output. He will get you assists and all those things. So it's like, good. But if Chiesa is back, you cannot bench Chiesa. And I like Kostic. But you need to get your best players on that pitch. And we're playing in 3-5-2 to help out players who shouldn't be here. And that's my biggest issue, because We are tweaking the team to help out players. They need help to survive, but we shouldn't be helping out those players. Whilst the players we are banking our future on are struggling. That's my entire point when I talk about Danilo and all those guys. But you need to get Chiesa on that pitch. The management of Chiesa, it's just baffling. Like, it's almost the second week of March. It is the second week of March. And is he still not fit to start games? Like, surely that cannot be the case. And how is that impacting him? Because he's Chiesa. He was having a great season. Wins the Euros. Kind of struggles when Allegri joins. Picks up a big injury. And now he is... I think he's fit. I think it's just a technical decision to bring him in and change games. But he's coming in at times with 20 minutes to play. And I'm like, hold on, man. Hold on. Like, he's one of your best players. You should be playing. And I like Kostic, but you should, as a coach, you should be getting your best players out of that on that pitch, because we don't have a lot. We have 1, 2. They need to be out there. They do. And how is, like, what is Chiesa thinking at this point? You know, keep in mind, he only has 2 years left on his deal as well. And there's no talks about he's getting a new deal. Like, there's nothing at this moment in time. You need to keep all those things in mind, because he's not playing now. And I don't believe that he's not 100% fit. I don't believe that. It's been such a long time. And if he's not 100% fit, then what are we doing at this club? It's over a year now. Like, what's the issue? He has been back since November. He's back in training, back in the team, had a few minutes before the World Cup. Like, what's the issue at this club? If he's not 100% fit, apparently, which I don't believe, because if it's true, we have bigger issues than, like, we make jokes about, our medical staff is bad and all those things. But if he's still not 100% fit now, over a year and I don't know how many months after he picked up that injury, that's insane. Like, it's absolutely insane. Dominique is saying it all depends on Di Maria to create something or to score. Worldy, if he can, we have to hope that one of Kostic's crosses finds somebody. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's what we do. Let me see. I think he's just managed. I think it's also because we cannot play with a back four. I think that's the main point. We cannot play with a back four, but manage. Like, it's been such a long time. Surely you can start game and you can pull him early if he's not fit, right? Instead of giving him 15 to 20 minutes towards the end. Maybe it's not an issue now, but if it drags on for a while, you will see rumors coming out. You can bet money on that. Kostic was our best player of it. Yeah, I agree. He took him off because he was on the verge of getting a red card. That's why I took him off. But he was the only player I was looking at that Roma game. I was like, yeah, it's Kostic today. Like, if he doesn't do anything, if it's not coming from him, you can wrap it up and go home, because nobody else is gonna show up against Roma. It was just Kostic. Now, almost 35 minutes in. Please like the video. I didn't ask. Tomorrow there will be a match reaction, and keep that in mind. Also soon, still working on it, but collaborations with different people are coming on the channel, so we have more debate and stuff, because now it's a one-man show, because Justin and Julian are very busy. Soon I will be very busy, so I need to find different solutions, but stay tuned for that. But yeah, before I wrap it up, hot take of the game tomorrow, for the game. As usual, I didn't think about it, so I'm gonna make it up on the spot. I'm gonna say, let me think. I'm gonna say Vlahović will have a brace. I think Vlahović will score 2 goals tomorrow, and I'm gonna go in my prediction. I'm gonna go 2-0. Do I believe fully in it? No, which is ridiculous because we're playing Freiburg, with all due respect. But I'm going 2-0 because we need that 2 goal difference cushion. So that's why I'm going 2-0. That's my prediction. That's my hot take. Let me know yours in the comment. right, once again, we have to find a way play all these guys. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if Field is gonna be on the bench. I'm not sure. Master G is saying we win 2-0 Chiesa and Di Maria. Okay, so like me. Hot take: we will lose, but Vlahović will score 3-2 Freiburg. So, oh, that will be so typical. Like you finally have Vlahović firing, quote unquote, but you lose the game. Like, amazing, you know. Um, wouldn't be shocked if it happened. By the way, wouldn't be shocked if it happened. But I want to come on tomorrow, have a positive feeling, and be like, okay, that's a clean win. Go on to Sampdoria at home, finish that off, go back to Freiburg next week, manage to get that over the line, finish the season on finish the finish before the break on a high, and go to Inter with a good result. Now it sounds simple when I say it, but I think that's what we need, because April is gonna be crazy. Inter twice, Sassuolo away, Napoli, maybe Europa League. It's gonna be insane, And Europa League could be Man U or Arsenal. Who knows? So, important week. But before I wrap it up, really quickly, if you want to join the members club, it's not this one, it's this one. You can still join the private Discord group. The prediction league, you can win stuff, all those things. Giveaways, also those are coming. Wallpaper for this month is almost ready. So if you want to do that, join. Thanks for watching. We will be back live, I think Friday. I will be back live. I should be back live on Friday. Yeah. But tomorrow, post game, as usual. So stay tuned for that. Like this video. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you back tomorrow. Ciao, guys.